This is so incredibly important when it comes to the fourth stimulus check. We must continue to push on. Let's get into this and talk about what I mean by these statements. But hey everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to join this amazing community with all of the other incredible people who are already here by hitting that subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm back every single day to keep you updated with all of this information that is changing on a regular and very rapid basis. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. I just want to help people out during this time. I know it's a tough time out there right now, and I am here for you every single day. Thank you. Let's get into this. All right, full disclaimer right from the very start. I want to be honest and completely transparent for you. If you are looking for a stimulus update, this video is not necessarily a stimulus update, okay? So I don't have any new information on the stimulus that I'm going to be sharing in this video particularly. However, I do want to talk about some other very important topics when it comes to the fourth stimulus check, okay? So I just wanted to say that right away, just in case you thought this was a stimulus update. I do have that in other videos, but this one is not necessarily going to be an update. So just wanted to be transparent with you right from the start. Honesty is key, right? All right, thank you so much for understanding, but I would still encourage you to continue watching because this is important. All right, let's have a little heart-to-heart in this video right here. So over the last few days here, and actually realistically over the last few weeks, I've seen a handful of comments coming out saying, I'm losing the faith, let's just throw in the towel, let's give it up, and let's just recognize that we're probably not going to get a fourth stimulus check. All right, let's stop right there. Please stop in your tracks. All right, we cannot give up on this anymore, okay? So basically everything that we've been working toward over the last few months here has essentially been all of the pregame show. All of that has been leading up to basically where we are right now. This was supposed to be done way back in June. So here's the thing. We've talked about this many, many times. Congress is very slow with everything that they do. They were supposed to have everything done that they're still working on now way back in June. So here we are a couple months later and we're still working on this. Now again, everything that we've been talking about, everything that we continue to advocate for, everything that we continue to push for on a regular daily basis is all for what we're working on literally right now. It's all coming down to this right here, right now. So basically, like I said, everything that we previously talked about over the last few months here has essentially been the pregame show. Not because we wanted it to be, because that's how slow Congress is. They're so slow when it comes to all this stuff. So here's the thing. I know it's a tough time right now. I know it's frustrating that we haven't gotten any solid answers on a fourth stimulus check, any solid answers or updates on a fourth stimulus check or permanent raises to benefits, and all of these other stimulus provisions and everything going on right now. But that's okay, you know what I mean? Because we've been waiting for them to get this one infrastructure package out of the way, and like I've said so many times over the last few months, we've been waiting, and they keep saying, oh yeah, it's going to be this weekend, we're going to be done. And then it's extended out another week. And then it's like, oh wow, this weekend we'll get it done. And then it's extended out another week. We've been doing this for like 2.5 months now, right? It's been a very long time. However, it is now finally time that we get to move on to the reconciliation bill. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the one that we've been trying to get to 2 months ago so that we could talk about a fourth stimulus check as well as all of the other goodies that'll be in this big old $3.5 trillion goodie bag that they are going to be establishing here over the coming weeks here. So this is finally what we are getting into. So as far as those people who have been saying, like, let's just throw in the towel, let's just give it up, I'm losing the faith. Oh no, we cannot do it now. This is so incredibly important. We have to stay on this thing. All of the work that we've been going for here for so long now, if we just walk away from it now, it'll be all that work that we've been getting, all of the momentum, all of the progress, everything that we've been building up until now would just be gone. That's it. No, we absolutely cannot do that. We have to continue to push on. I'm going to ask you just to continue offering your support here on the channel, continue doing everything we possibly can to remind people in Congress that there are millions of low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries who need additional support right now during this time. In fact, remember those letters that I've been sending out? Well, so far I've sent out those 3 letters so far. However, I feel like I might just start sending them out maybe like on a regular weekly basis or something like that. Even though it's the same letter, again, by the way, I might draft another letter here even again, I'll probably write up another one because why not? I mean, seriously, what's the difference if I do or don't? Here's the thing. If I don't write it, it's almost a guarantee that no one's going to read it. But if I do write it and I send it out, at least there's a percentage chance that somebody will actually open it up, read it, and possibly even consider what I'm doing. So I might even think, you know what? Let's just lay it on really thick right now, and maybe I'll just start even sending out these letters on a weekly basis. I'm not really sure. I've kind of thought about a bunch of different ideas. I'm thinking about all kinds of different ways that I can approach this and really get out to Congress, because clearly, like all of my tweets that I'm sending over on Twitter on a regular basis every single day, doesn't really seem to have much of an impact, apparently. They must have me filtered out or something like that. They probably have me blocked. I'm not really sure what the problem is. But obviously, that strategy isn't exactly working the best, even though I will continue to do that every day. But I think we need to approach this from another angle. But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to ask all of you, we need to continue to push on. There is no such thing as giving up. If we give up now, it's just all of the work that we've done, everything, we've basically guaranteed ourselves failure if we give up. We cannot do that. We must continue to push on. And this is the time we've been waiting for. Yes, it's a few months after what we actually wanted. It's later than what we were actually anticipating. By now, a lot of us were hoping that we would have stimulus checks in hand. We'd be able to pay some of our bills. We'd be able to put food on the table, maybe some clothes on our back, some shoes on our feet, some gloves on our hands, a hat on our head. I mean, I don't know, glasses on our face. I don't know, I'm just thinking of stuff. What else can I say? You know what I mean, though? Earrings in our ears. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up now, right? So anyway, my point is, we were all really hoping, and realistically, a few months ago, based on what they were saying, it was actually looking really promising that stimulus checks would probably be out by now. But we see how that has gone, right? They're still just kind of puttering around, almost like there's just no urgency for anything. Well, that's just kind of how they work. But unfortunately, there's not much we can do about the process. We kind of just need to wait around and just wait to see what they do. Unfortunately, we are at the mercy of them to kind of work at their own pace. But what we can do is we can continue to reach out to them, and we can continue to put the pressure on them and just remind them every single day that there are millions of Americans who are still struggling during this time and need additional survival checks, relief checks, stimulus checks, monthly ongoing payments, raises to benefits like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB. Reforming the programs, raising benefits to 100% of the federal poverty line or 125% of the federal poverty line. Reforming these programs so that they take out some of these harmful provisions within them, like the marriage penalty or the resource limits, all kinds of different things. There's so many different things going on right now. Maybe we could even start encouraging that some of these GBI and UBI programs, Universal Basic Income and Guaranteed Basic Income programs, can start rolling out a little bit more quickly, more widespread, maybe more on a nationwide level. There's so many different things that we can approach during this time. But all I can tell you is this much, is that giving up is not going to be an option when it comes to this. We need to keep pushing on. So, and by that, I'm not asking you to necessarily send out a bunch of letters or go out on Twitter and send out a bunch of tweets or things like that. I'm going to be doing all that stuff, okay? Like I've been saying for so many months now, it is my job to be here for you every single day as your advocate, doing whatever we possibly can to get out to these people. So you don't necessarily need to worry about doing that stuff. I got you covered, okay? I will do all that stuff for you. But here's the thing. The more people that we have here in this community, the more subscribers we have on the channel, the more views we get on the videos, the comments, the likes on the videos, all that kind of stuff just gives us more momentum and speed and ultimately impact and influence going forward, because the more people that we have going behind this big movement is like more powerful. The analogy that I've given in previous videos is, if you have 10 people marching around the streets demanding something, do they get a whole lot of attention? Well, not really. I'm just being real. They don't really get a whole lot of attention. Maybe a few people walking by, give them a little credit and say, hey, good job. I like what you guys are doing. But let's just say we have 300,000 people marching around on the street demanding the same thing. In other words, basically everybody on this channel. Then would we get some attention? Oh yeah, you better believe we would get some attention. For sure, we would get some attention. There would probably be media all around, helicopters flying up above, we'd be all over on TV, there'd be all kinds of things going on. So there is power in numbers, and that's why I keep saying, if you're not subscribed, you've got to make sure you're subscribed, because the more people we have here, the more impact and influence that we'll have going forward, especially as we make calls to Congress to ask for all of this additional relief. Worst case scenario, just get us a fourth stimulus check. We can take a fourth stimulus check to help us bridge the gap right now until we can get further permanent relief in the form of permanent raises to benefits, like I mentioned, to all those benefits, right? So this stuff is so important. We cannot give up. So please, have the faith. We've got to continue to just keep the faith with all this, and only time will tell. I mean, realistically, I'm just being totally honest with you. Only time will tell when it comes to all this stuff. There's so many different statements coming out on a regular basis from all these people in Congress. There's press conferences, there's letters going out, there's all kinds of different things coming out. Literally, all it takes is one of them to just get a great idea that could be inspired by some of us here on the channel that says, maybe we need to offer one more survival check focused on the lowest income and fixed income beneficiaries, because as we've talked about so many times now, inflation and rising of prices is really, really pinching the lower income people. Maybe they realize that and say, hey, you know what? Let's try to help these people out. They're living on a small fixed income. Let's do what we can. Let's get them a fourth stimulus check until we can offer some permanent raises. I mean, I don't know. To me, that sounds like the logical thing to do. Let's get some short-term relief to everybody until we can implement a long-term solution. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's too logical for Congress. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. So either way, I'm here for you every single day. I am not going anywhere. I just wanted to remind you, but I wanted to come back and give you a little pep talk, motivational talk, a little inspiration. You know what I mean? So we got to stick together through this. This is so important. We've been pushing for this. We've been working toward this every single day, 24/7, 365 for all of these months now, pushing for exactly what we are on the precipice of right here, right now. I mean, literally, we are on the cusp of something potentially really good, or who knows what, potentially not so good. We don't really know yet. That's why we need to stay on this, because if we just give up and walk away, I guess likely we're probably not going to see anything then, right? But you know what I've been saying so many times in my videos, persistence pays off. We need to be persistent, continue to push on, and eventually you will get exactly what you want, provided you remain persistent until you get it. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You got to be persistent. So anyway, hope this helps you out. Thank you again for your support. Make sure to subscribe down below. You can feel free to share this video with your friends, family, social media. Otherwise, go back and check out any of the other videos, as well as share those videos with your friends, family, social media. We need to stick together through this, and I'm very much committed to helping everybody in this community do whatever we possibly can to grab all of these additional resources out there right now, or anything else that may come up in the next stimulus packages and or other stimulus provisions that may come up at some point. Stimulus checks, rental assistance, utility assistance, internet assistance, food assistance. I mean, literally, there's so many different things going on. We just got to see what comes up and then make sure we can take advantage of it, right? So, hope this helps you out. Thank you so much for your continued support. Let's continue to push on. We will continue doing this until we get something out of Congress. So, thank you again, everybody. You're awesome. Thanks for being part of this community. So, enjoy, and I'll see you